that was the end of the clip.
And we're going up the stairs, we're going up
Look
the
at that pile of rocks. I hope it's friendly. Except it's one of the most annoying enemies in the game.
Oh yeah, we're using the pea shooter gun.
Yeah, the guns are pretty terrible. That's a troll.
Oh! With a hammer.
Yeah. They are by far the most frustrating thing in this game.
I can tell.
No, yeah, they're more frustrating than the version of them you fight later. That's like a spider with a bow.
You're getting your ass kicked by it.
That happens quite frequently, actually.
Take its knees out.
Dude, those guns do nothing.
Nope. Oh, you can target specific body parts?
Yeah.
Does that help?
Did you see the hitbox on that thing?
Nope, I didn't, but it killed you anyway.
Yes, it did. So, right, we should probably explain the respawn scene, which is what you're seeing. You cannot skip this.
And it happens every time?
Every time you die.
Every time?
Every time. There is no penalty for death in this game. You lose nothing by it, and like no enemies respawn.
Wait, so
I feel that sanity is lost.
there was no segue. Nothing. You just jump cut to bottom of stairs.
Yep.
I feel I would lose sanity if I had to watch that over and over again. Does that count as a loss?
I mean, pretty much. Yeah.
Wait, is that angel doing things behind you while you're murdering?
Okay, so fun fact about that little thing. That was the first time I'd ever been able to do that.
Was that like an insta kill? Or?
Yes, if you break, I believe it is their armor. If you have to break, I think it's 2 or 3 pieces of armor on a troll. And you can instant kill them. I played through this game like 3 times, and that was the first time I'd been able to do it. That was completely by accident.
Why does her hair look like it's just a piece of wood that they glued to her scalp?
Honestly, I'm more bothered by the professional, like the professional military attire that has a neckline that stretches down to her crotch.
We can go now if it's important.
Well, I mean, I would be less offended by it if she looked better in it, and not like a blocky monstrosity.
What are you talking about? That hair is totally awesome.
Her hair looked like wood and varnish, and her boobs looks like you could sharpen knives on them.
Thank you so much for that mental image.
Good to have you back.
I'm really good at giving it unique mental images.
Truly lost, but a few of us had faith.
And you were one of them?
I'm used
Oh
to
god, it's one of those characters.
Yes, it is.
If I had not already made my vows to Niana.
What's been and gone is done. But perhaps we could start anew.
Who's Niana?
If you need someone, I'll be here for you.
I don't remember when they actually tell you, but it's his dead wife.
Come on.
Oh.
We don't want to keep the Norns waiting.
Are those scars on his head, or are they just like...
Wait, is that just him saying, I like you better than my dead wife? If I hadn't already said yes to her, then I totally would have banged with him.
I'm not entirely sure about it, but my guess is they had a thing once, and he married somebody else, and she never got over him.
You will feel a small tingling as you do. Don't worry about it. It's just the handshaking.
Yes, it's just the handshaking protocols kicking in, and not a roofie that I dipped into it at all.
Not at all.
Relax and watch.
I'm really tempted to bring up my theories about Dumbledore and the Pensive right here.
Creatures, always together and speaking as one entity.
What? Harry's body left completely unattended, his mind somewhere else, and Dumbledore only shows up in the last 5 minutes of every Pensive session.
Now, James.
Not ours. There are some things even gods should not intrude upon.
shoe? You threw a shoe?
I mean, you kinda had it coming.
I kind of did, but...
Long has it been since you brought another? And this must be Balder. We definitely need to spend more time together.
Oh dear God, does everyone in this world just want Balder automatically?
Yes.
Speak beautiful? Are you gifted only with
Granted,
voice
there are basically only
or is it that this witch
2.5 female characters in this entire game. Well, 3.5 technically.
Oh my, he has a fiery heart.
What business brings you to our sunny realm?
3.5?
Seek information.
Are you counting any of the Norns?
I'm counting them as 1.5.
I just count them as 1, personally.
It's a little bit hard to do that.
Quest for knowledge.
Kind of.
But the Maid, the Mother, and the Crone are just kind of concepts that have always been there. A lot of old religions and whatnot associate them with one person, one entity, occupying 3 bodies.
You will be able to visit us whenever you like.
Yes, I create interesting imagery and am well versed in mythology.
It shall not go to waste.
Your apprentice speaks out of turn, Freya. Perhaps he has more than just a touch.
I think she just called him a freak.
I think she just called him gay.
How do you get the pronunciation weird from WYRD?
That's technically correct, I think, for the language.
Yeah, I think it is correct for the language. There's also Weirfin, which is spelled inconsistently. But,
And then the great wheel turns, and all creatures are swept along towards their inevitable deaths.
Beauty. And then death. That is the universal weird of the living.
It is only in the moment between beauty.
Well, while this incredibly interesting cutscene is going on, I don't know if you guys saw, but they opened this game with a Nietzsche quote.
I actually didn't catch that.
Yeah, the one about staring into the abyss.
I didn't hear anything about it staring back, man.
Or was it the one about making sure you don't become a monster? Something like it was one of those two. But yeah, it just kind of...
Once monsters will become... Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those two just flashed on the screen before the first, like, the intro cinematic.
Well, I have the feeling that this game kind of runs on the throw philosophy at the wall and see what sticks philosophy.
just
Because it tries.
1 minute, though. He has a spider living on his spine?
It's a robot spider thing that the Norns gave him.
Creepy. Wait, what? Where is he? What just happened?
Oh yes, and welcome to the part of the game that I'm pretty sure is only here so they could introduce light puzzle elements as a marketing strategy.
Oh God, no.
What?
Basically, through the course of the game, you get a few different powers. And you have the ability, when you're in one of these wells, to use them to solve puzzles. By puzzles, I mean walk up to flashing object and press button.
Okay, so all trees
Like
and
that.
everything else are...
We see you have discovered how to use our gift. Many of the wells in your world have gone unused for centuries.
Neglected, like so many other things. This has left areas of our world inaccessible.
Use the spider to revitalize these forgotten wells, wherever you may find them.
And we will ensure it is worth your while.
Wait, I'm sorry, did that item just say pounding?
Yeah,
Yeah, she said it was worth his while, and she gave him a pounding.
Okay, so if
I don't even need to be lewd there. I could just repeat exactly what the game did.
Thank you, James. If I remember correctly, that was actually a rune. They
A rune of pounding?
Yes, James.
What would the rune for pounding look like?
Well, I think it was like an 8 on its side. So, like, butt cheeks? So where is Odin? I've referenced him several times, but he hasn't shown up in the cutscenes.
That's a very good question, James. I'm glad you asked.
Guess we'll find out in the sequel!
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Oh no.
Did he get himself impaled on a tree again? Old Norse legend. How they got runes.
Why is everything ceremonial?
This... Actually, that's not ceremonial, that's conformal, whatever that means.
Wait, conform? Oh, wait, yeah, I'm not reading that right. Conformal.
Conformal.
This game very much follows the Diablo style of naming. Oh yes, and these are charms. Basically, you have to put the right runes into them and fulfill the quest, and then you're supposed to be able to level them up, but I've never managed to do it.
Okay, so you unlock their code with runes, and then you upgrade them through questing.
That's the idea. In practice, I have no clue. Oh yeah. This is where they introduced my favorite kind of enemy. The exploding ones.
Yay. Because that worked out so well in Gears of War.
Well, you see, unlike in Gears of War, like,
I
yeah.
personally just despised the exploding ones. I could have stuck with Locust instead of those lambents.
I mean, I was okay with the Lambent personally. They're not nearly as bad as the ones in this game. Especially later in the game. This game likes to throw them a good 12 at a time at you. And since you have no invincibility frames, if you hit one, you die.
Huh. Oh good, the missile one's back. Do the missiles hurt the other ones?
Nope.
That's not fair.
Nope, but neither is this game.
Do you think they went in planning that, or it was just poor design?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm just gonna call that one Peacock.
I really do like the hit things in the air strategy so that they can't react and slowly chip away at their health.
It works really well for those things, I'm not gonna lie. It's basically my go-to strategy when I fight them. Oh, the camera also causes all sorts of problems in this game.
Because
yeah, I've noticed that it really is, you're not really in control of it. You know, with that whole I can't look down the pit you're describing. Sir, look at that beautiful archway. I'm sorry, I can't turn that direction. Why not, sir? I don't know. Just
there's your ceremonial stuff.
Quasar belt?
Ceremonial quarterstaff. Glass guns?
Yes.
That's a fantastic idea.
I'll just fire my glass pistol. Oh my god! The shards are in my eyes!
Yeah, you know, it works for the Elder Scrolls. I'm sure we can make it work. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We make glass an item class. Oh, wait, shit, we have guns that fire explosive rounds.
I've never understood that in the Elder Scrolls.
Glass?
Yeah.
I think it's a certain type of glass. Like
I think they're talking about like it's made from the volcanoes in Morrowind.
It might be some kind of like a obsidian or something. I'm not honestly sure.
It might be some form of obsidian, but it looks green in Oblivion. So the best I'm getting is some form of sea glass, which is not going to hold up in combat.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Explosions work on the other ones.
Yes.
Good.
The missiles don't, but the explosions do. Oh yes, yeah, that thing about letting them come to you is a terrible idea because missiles.
When your enemy can literally just shoot missiles out of its back. Like,
yeah.
There's no ammo or anything, apparently.
Yeah, when your enemies have, you know, walking mortars, it's probably
infinite ammunition.
It's not a good idea.
Let's not forget the infinite ammunition that comes from that.
Yep, I face-checked an explosion. That happens a lot, actually.
Oh, boo!
I just love how you just
I'm a man!
Just instantly stop in the middle of the charge animation.
What was that? Why did you just release light?
I leveled up.
Oh.
So this is the WoW version.
Yeah, honestly,
WoW was very popular in 2008.
honestly, leveling up, like, you don't get that much stronger when you level up. It's mainly just an emergency health kit.
I've played WoW twice. Once when I found out that there were pandas, and once when I found out there were corgis.
They have Pokemons now.
They're Pokemon.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's not as interesting as magma corgis and pandas who get drunk and do karate.
Yeah, the Pendolins are kind of amazing.
I would do anything to have that life. Travel, get drunk, and do karate. And be a panda. I'm good for one. Let's kick some ass, Bob!
He just said that, didn't he?
Yep. Oh,
With a southern accent, too.
But by the way, you hear that talking? Every single one of them was dead at that point.
At that point? Wait, do they get the benefit of, like, you do, and they just get back up again?
No, you just randomly get more as you go through rooms.
What?
That makes sense. And they're basically useless, so it's not like it's game
They
break.
don't even make an effort to, like, they said Alpha Wolf. Like, they refer to them by the same names. They don't even care, do they? They're just red shirts to the Aesir.
Basically.
You random human thing. I have no idea why people just don't live in that nice place.
They're alive again.
I guess they're operating off the shove soldiers down Grendel's throat until he chokes to death strategy.
I mean, it's basically what I do later.
That's a
Oh yeah, spoilers, Grendel's the first boss, like you didn't see that coming.
Oh, other side!
Oh, is this the one? It is. Oh.
Ah, where did that come from?
Yeah.
I feel the shields are cheating.
No, you know what's cheating? Standing up there.
Can you not jump?
You can't really hit him when he's up there. And the game loves to get him up there.
What? How is he standing on that angle? Excellent work, Graham.
You expert marksmanship.
You have almost no control over your aiming in this game.
So yeah, this is exciting.
Isn't it, though?
Oh! Oh!
Just poked you in the face. Poke. I'm gonna poke you.
Were those his wings? Our boss died! Send in everyone! I love that strategy.
I'm just imagining what oh wait,
Yeah, I died. This is literally the only time I have ever screwed this up.
Seriously? This shit again?
Yeah.
I was here 10 minutes ago.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet.
Take it up the bar.
Thank you. Why didn't you defend that door?
Hi, Brian. We're recording for YouTube.
There's another one of those well things over here. Acknowledged.
Wait, where are we?
Oh, you can't get back into those rooms if you die during them. Like I said, that is literally the only time I ever screwed that up.
Huh.
Where are you?
No, back in that first room.
We're coming, boss! Hi, guy. We're coming!
They were almost inside of each other.
Yeah. Of course, I didn't know before this that you couldn't get back in, and yeah, the door's gone dead.
It died?
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna have a funeral for it?
What do you get in those things? Just like extra items?
Yeah,
or?
just a lot of items, a lot of money. It's not terribly, like... It's no big loss. Believe me, this game throws so much stuff at you.
We don't have good gameplay. Quick, distract him with shiny things!
Very much so, actually. That is kind of this game's philosophy.
Yeah, throw loot and make them feel like they're doing a good job, and we'll make a game out of it, screw it.
I just
This was one of the first Xbox 360 titles, wasn't it?
it was pretty close.
It wasn't a launch title, but it came out pretty early after the system came out.
And I feel like they were going for more of an interactive movie type thing, which is why there are so many cutscenes at the beginning that are so long.
So, Metal Gear Solid.
Without everything that makes Metal Gear Solid good. Yes.
You mean everything about Metal Gear Solid, which makes Metal Gear Solid good?
Yeah, basically.
So, Alpha Protocol, or whatever the hell that game was called. What was that game?
Oh yes.
Alpha Protocol was a game.
And here you see one of the few times in this game where they ever throw you in a time challenge. Kill all the enemies in 40 seconds.
Why? Is there an
we
explanation?
said, nope.
There's no bomb, there's no...
Nope.
Die?
I have no idea. I've never failed this one.
There's no explanation of why there's suddenly a timer.
Nope. And for some reason, whenever I do this, I always end with 3 seconds left.
Well, it's better than being cliche and only having one.
So open the crystal random things.
I'm sorry, why in this ancient temple are there time challenges filled with loot?
And boss rooms filled with loot? I have no idea. Also, I don't know what that thing is.
I mean, was it established by the people who once built this temple, or was it established by the goblins who got bored?
Your guess is as good as mine. This game doesn't explain things like that.
And if it was established by the goblins, why is the interface system only for the Norns? Who built this? Why?
Maybe the same people that built the ceremonial armor and pulse rifles.
And the glass guns.
I was just going to suggest that we'd find out in the sequel.
Yes.
The sequel will explain everything.
The long-anticipated, much-hyped sequel for Too Human.
Okay.
2 Human 2? The two-ear?
Too Human 2, Human Harder.
I'm gonna be human so hard right now.
You want to know what's really sad, though, guys? As late as 2011, I believe it was, the head of the company that made this said that the second game was still going to happen. Apparently what happened is that they were tied up in a lawsuit for about 5 years. I don't remember if it was 2011 or 2013 when it wrapped up.
So basically what you're saying is they were tied up in a lawsuit and eventually they just said, you know what, this shit ain't worth it.
Basically.
Basically.
Okay then. That seems like a wonderful use of their time. Oh good, we're back here.
Yep.
In the land of the giant
Got
spinning
one more
Pride
door to
Rock.
check.
Is that Pride Rock? I think that might be Pride Rock.
I think it's supposed to be a sundial. It is failing at its job.
Maybe it's a claw pointing.
Maybe Sun Rock is a fun while.
By aliens?
Maybe. Or by Shakespeare, the original writer of the line.
It was based on Hamlet.
Just
Currently we're going through a game based on Grendel.
Oh, please. This game wishes it were based on Beowulf.
Well, I mean, granted,
You
you only
all
have
these
3
little
bosses,
challenges.
but still.
No, I just want stuff.
So this is completely useless.
Completely optional, yes. But stuff is nice. Especially when it's just sitting there.
What are these laser things?
And why are they
That's a
giving
good
you
question,
shinies?
James. I'm glad you asked that.
Am I gonna get that like every 5 seconds in this game?
Yeah.
Good question, James.
No. They stop raising questions after the first mission. At least until the last.
Is there a plot after the first mission?
Kind of?
Quickly, let's just use all of our art assets to make levels.
Oh, you caught on, actually. And then, of course, I start suffering from adventurer syndrome and just run for the nearest piece of loot. Heedless of the consequences.
Ceremonial support rifle. I'm sorry, I just love that.
Oh god. So many goblins.
No worries, I leveled up again. I got fully healed.
You know, I do enjoy that in games, but here it just really doesn't seem that useful.
Nope, not even
It is actually incredibly useful if they decide they don't want to give you health power-ups. Granted, of course, right after I level up, I get one.
Of course, because you don't need it then. When you don't need health, it'll give you health.
Sorry, I get two.
Why are you not collecting those things?
You can't pick them up.
He literally doesn't need the health.
You can't pick them up if you have full health.
But you can pick up as many ceremonial support rifles as you'd like.
Oh, yes. Wait, I didn't go back.
He's very big on ceremony.
Go back. There were some containers back there.
You can't tell yourself in the past how to play the game that you are playing.
Well, I think that's the beautiful thing about video games, is that you can, in fact, do that. Because you can play the game again.